Hello, everybody. How you doing? Lee Meads, Lee Meadows, in on the live for tonight. Thank you for the couple of you who already joined in on the stream. You know what to do if you're already here. Hit that like button and subscribe, etc., etc. Studio lights. There we go. Magic. So I thought BX is already here. Hello, BX. Good to see you. Come on, you gunners, he says in the chat. I thought I would come on here tonight. Is a little bit impromptu, of course, and I'm on my own, so you have to bear with me as I press all the buttons at the trying to keep a top on top of all this. But I did want to come on and give my reaction really to what we've all seen. I'm pretty sure the starting 11 for our first cup game of the season, the Carabao Cup tie against Bolton Wanderers, because there's quite a lot to talk about here. Now, by my reckoning, I think we've got 4 full debuts coming our way right now, guys. Let's start from the back and work our way forward, shall we? 16-year-old Jack Porter makes his debut in goal for Arsenal tonight. What a night this is for him. So obviously there's a situation here where we've got David Raya, who picked up a bit of a thigh injury, I think they're calling it. That's what Arsenal.com are calling it. Over the war that was at Man City on Sunday night. So clearly that you would look down the line, right? And unfortunately, Neto is cup tied. That's one of them difficult things that are coming out of deadline day. I think we were set to get another goalkeeper. That all fell through because of excessive amounts of money asked for, and we did manage to get Neto in from Bournemouth, but unfortunately, yeah, he's cup tied, so he can't play. And then you look a little bit further down the line, and unfortunately, there's injuries everywhere. So we've had to go to the Jack Porter. So he becomes the second youngest debutant for Arsenal, second only to Ethan Nwari, of course, who also starts tonight. So it isn't technically a full; it's 3 full debuts. It's Nwari's first start of the season. It's a great chance for him to make a bit of an impression. Let's talk. Let's go talk tactically how this is going to go, because in front of Porter in goal, Ricardo Calafori has moved away from the left back position and he has gone into centre back alongside Jacob Kiviar. Hello, Guna Gossip TV. It's nice to see you, Soph. Hope you're doing good, mate. Thank you for jumping in and saying hello. Appreciate you, mate. So alongside Kiviar and Calafori, 2 debutants, full debutants in 4 back positions. I kind of called this one on Twitter earlier on today with Miles Lewis-Skelly, who made his first team debut against Manchester City right at the end of the game on Sunday. Looks like he's playing at left back tonight. Big night for him. I would expect, if Arsenal keep hold of the ball a lot, I'd expect to see Lewis-Skelly operating a little bit further forward, a bit like Zinchenko-ish. And I'll tell you why, because he's not a proper defender. He's not. He's operated in his youth career in the midfield position. So let's see how that goes. On the right-hand side, number 51 is Josh Nichols, who is another one that I have seen come up. Has been involved in the first team a little bit, but this is the first time he's going to get out on the field. So that's our back four. The team is skippered tonight by Jorginho, which, bear in mind, we've got a very, very young goalkeeper, and these aren't our regular defenders. Do you know what? It's nice to have a little bit of experience amongst them. Ethan Nwari plays to the right of Jorginho. A big chance for Ethan, who's got a big reputation. And let's just see how he flies. I'm really looking forward to seeing his performance. I'm old enough to be one of those that were very privileged to see Cesc Fabregas do a full debut against Wolverhampton Wanderers back in the day, and it's a memory that's always been ingrained in me. I wonder if we might see something similar here tonight with Ethan. I don't know if you guys have seen this. I often talk about Kayan Kenyak, who's someone I really enjoy watching his Twitter feed, and he's very much involved in the Arsenal press conferences. He was talking about Nwari as Arsenal's version of Phil Foden. Now, that, for me, from a journalist who's got quite a lot of credibility, to be fair to him, saying for someone who's broadcasting from his living room, look, what I'm trying to get at is that he's putting up a name against someone who's not really. He's played a couple of games. He's as substitute for Arsenal. Really difficult to compare someone like Foden to Nwari until we get some game time. That's what tonight's all about. So let's see how he gets on. I'm really hopeful. Especially when he's playing again. Look at the midfield who's with him. Jorginho's with him as captain, as like I mentioned. Declan Rice makes a start tonight. Looks to me like we're going very young in defence and relatively experienced up front, because Bukayo Saka plays. Guys, if you're still here, leave your comment what you think of Saka playing today. I'm pleased to see him in a way, because when he left the field at half time at the Etihad on Sunday, I was wondering, because he was captain, I was wondering, look, is he injured? What's happened here? Or was it tactical? Indeed, it must have been tactical, because Ben White came in to jump into a back five, basically. I think BX has just about covered it pretty accurately. We just need to score more than we let in. Yeah. And you know what? I think we're more than capable of doing so. Because Saka is joined by Gabriel Jesus, the number 9 in the number 9 position, and Raheem Sterling makes his Arsenal full debut. Now, I've been looking forward to seeing this because Raheem's looked really good in training, and he's been. So obviously, it was an unexpected signing, I would suggest, over deadline day. He's had a couple of performances coming off the bench. Tonight's his time, isn't it? Tonight's his time to get out there. I'm not going to get super excited. I know it's Bolton Wanderers. I know, but the guy wants to play football. That is what I'm reading into everything about his move. He seems to feel very at home at Arsenal. I'm looking forward to seeing this. Now, we might see, as the games sort of pile up a little bit, more of Raheem Sterling. This is his place to start and to make an impact. That's my feeling. Again, good to see Gabby Jesus, who obviously has had not an ideal start to this season. I should have said this as well earlier on. My thoughts on Rice playing, because some of you might be thinking, "Oh, why are they not resting a lot of the old, the more, should we call it, first team players?" Now, Bear in mind, Declan has just come off that one match suspension. He did say in the press he was feeling a little rusty. So if he feels like he needs to play the game, I got no issue with that at all. Maybe as BX has said, if we get score a few and then see what we do about doing changes and stuff. Talking of the changes, only right I should talk you through who is on the bench as well. I believe the substitute goalkeeper goes by the name of just Rojas, number 62. I don't know an awful lot about him. There are a few names that we might have mentioned previously here. Do you remember when we talked about Maldini Kakori? Maldini obviously is a name synonymous, I would suggest, with AC Milan, Paolo Maldini. He's been gifted the name of one of the world's finest defenders. He's amongst our substitutes. Our two regular centre halves are named on the bench tonight in Gabriel Magalhaes and William Saliba if we need him. Aidan Haven, who did play a bit of the under-21 game that happened a couple of days ago, I believe. So he's there if we need him. In terms of other first teamers, Thomas Partey, Kai Havertz, and Gabriel Martinelli, who actually I would have started today, but be that is it may, he's on the bench today. Ismail Kabia is a name that again it might not be super familiar, but he's one of those that did sign professional contracts over the summer. So here we go, our first cup game of the season. I've got about 4 or 5 a year here. Are you confident with Arsenal going into this game against, I believe they're League One, aren't they, Bolton? Our League One opponents. I'll go for the Bolton lineup as well. Hawkwind is here. Geez. Geez. Yes, I'm hip and down with the kids, obviously. That's my gimmick, obviously. Great to see you here, Hawkwind. Thank you, mate. I'm not going to suggest for a moment that I know an awful lot about this Bolton Wanderers lineup. But what I'm going to do, big thumbs up into Hawkwind. What I will do is talk through it. Now, Sky are suggesting that they're the 3 centre halves. And so Luke Southwood is the goalkeeper. Farino, Santas, and Tonal the 3 centre halves. Josh Dekaris Coley and Randall Williams appear to be the wing backs. Paul Dempsey, for some reason, rings a bell with me. Maybe some of you might be able to help me out a little bit here. Is Dempsey an international player from back in day or something? I'm not sure. Josh Sheeran, Scott Armfield, that name rings a bell. I think he used to play for Burnley. That rings a bell with me. John McCarthy and Aaron Collins are the two up front for Bolton. So I've sort of covered Bolton a little bit. I will go back to Arsenal just for a little bit, and I'm going to address something that's going to be said. Oh, Arteta isn't taking this seriously. Thank you, Posh. Thank you very much, mate. Hope you're doing well, my friend. And can we have a happy birthday in the chat to a regular contributor in our chat? It's Pedro Wanless. Mr. Posh Bertie's father, it has a undisclosed number birthday today. So we hope he has a very good night indeed. So I'm going to go back to the Arsenal side, and I want to say that in terms of any criticism that Arteta's going to get off the bat about not taking the competition seriously, okay? So it appears that Raya, undisputed number one goalkeeper. I saw it. I don't know if you guys did. I saw him limping away from the Etihad. Few happy birthdays here. Happy birthday from Hawkwind and from BX. So I'm sure we all saw Raya limping out of the Etihad Stadium. Thank you, Posh. Much appreciated, mate. With the situation that we've got, thank you, chat. Says Posh, BX skis. Yeah, it's all getting busy all of a sudden. I didn't expect Raya to play tonight, but obviously with the situation that we do have, yeah, we are calling up a very young goalkeeper. It's a big ask, I would say, for a young kid. I think he might be the youngest ever goalkeeper to debut for Arsenal as well. 16 years old. Yeah, absolutely, Hawkwind. Big ask for someone to go between the posts in a cup tie when you're open to criticism. Let's wish him all the best. I hope he does extremely well. He does have international like centre halves in front of him, so it's not complete youth team, if you like, with of course Kivior and Calafiori, who have been around the block a little while. Yeah, I get. I think with the thinking being that to have the two young fullbacks in Nicholas and Lewis Skelly, I say fullbacks loosely, right? With them, at least you have two experienced players in front of them in Jorginho and Rice. Let's bear in mind, Jorginho has only played, I think, one game from the start, and Rice has had a suspension as well. So again, maybe he does feel like he needs to be out there and getting some game time. Ethan Nweri, yeah, I do feel a bit of pressure on his shoulders tonight to perform. Let's hope he absolutely thrives in it. Bukayo only played like 45 minutes or the first half, just over 45 minutes on Sunday before being tactically changed out for Ben White on Sunday. So I don't really have a particular issue. I don't think he's going to play the whole 90 minutes. I really don't. Perhaps he might be one to be replaced by one of the younger players, but we'll see how it all goes. Let's not discount the importance of the cup competition, because I think success builds more success. What I mean is that, you know, we've got to get into a habit of winning trophies. I think that's important. I don't know if this competition is going to be the top of Mikel Arteta's wish list, but nonetheless, I think he's going to want to go out there tonight for his team to put a good performance out and show that these young players are ready to go out there and perform when they're needed and they can rely on them. That's my argument. I think in terms of a sort of a bit of a preview sort of thing, I think that's all I can say at the moment. I'm not going to be doing the whole match tonight, guys, because I've got my excited little daughter behind me, and as you can probably tell by my very tired eyes, it's been a very, very long day. So we are going to do a review show coming up. Not sure what day it might be yet. I will inform you all of that in the in between the social medias, probably on Twitter coming up soon. One thing I do want to bring up, I weren't even joking about it either. Yesterday, we talked about the goalkeeper situation, didn't we? Yesterday in the preview stream, and I said, "Well, what's stopping us going to get Wojciech Szczesny out of retirement, put him on a 3-month contract, and we'll get him ready to play tonight?" Well, Arsenal haven't gone for that idea, but Barcelona have. Fabrizio Romano has said, expect to see Wojciech Szczesny sign. He's just getting the last minute bits of his contract sorted out for him to step out of retirement. Obviously, there was a horrendous injury over the weekend with Ten Stegen, wasn't there? Where he hurt his knee. So, look, good luck, Wojciech. I hope you'd get on really well over at Barcelona, unless you, of course, we bump into you over on the in the Champions League competition. I want to hear my thoughts on something that happened on Sunday while I'm on air, and while I've got a minute. I just want to hear my thoughts on something that happened when City scored their last minute equaliser, right? And Haaland threw that ball to Gabriel Magalhaes over his head. I'm thinking, and you guys might think I'm talking rubbish or anything. If it was anyone else, if it was, say, Kai Havertz who did that to, say, to John Stones and threw the ball to him, what do you think the reaction would have been? What do you think the median reaction would have been? Do you think they would have just let it go and, oh, it's been dealt with, it's fine? Do you think the VAR would have just let it go on the day if it was Kai who did that action? I don't. I really don't. So I think the fact that Haaland has been allowed to get away from that incident absolutely scot-free is pretty disgusting. Just my thoughts. You might have a different opinion. I want to give a big shout out here to Dominic Palmer, who was kind enough to step in for me for the early part of the stream yesterday. I make it 10 first-team players and/or youth keepers unavailable tonight. Plus tonight, though, through injury or suspension, plus Neto, who is cup-tied. Yes, he is. Dom says, I'd love to answer your question, but I can't. Yeah, like I said, the key thing is, yes, there's 10 first-team players there who are unavailable, whatever. I really believe we've got enough to do a really good job here. It's just a case of seeing how these guys gel. I think it'll be interesting, to say the least. And the game will be kicking off in about 7 minutes. I'm about to eat some food shortly, guys. So I think nearing on the half hour for tonight. I think that would just about do me. We will review the game coming up in the week. I do want to mention this. Manchester City confirmed, and yeah, I know you can hear Amy in the background tonight. I can't stop her, I'm afraid. I'm sorry. I do want to make sure I wish Manchester City's Rodri a full recovery after his City did confirm today that he has picked up an ACL injury. We've seen enough ACL injuries at our club, certainly through the women's game over the last couple of seasons, to know it's not a nice thing to come back from. It will take a lot of work in the gym, and City are losing one of their top players. No one wants to see that, certainly on my watch anyway. And so, look, I hope he gets well soon. I think I think I've just about covered everything that I wanted to do tonight. Um, I'm gonna have to change the TV channel, and I've got to make sure Miss Amy Meadows behind me is all good. So I'm gonna leave this stream tonight, guys. If you want to see someone of on the YouTube doing a watch along stream tonight, I will recommend you to go and speak to True Gooner Josh, who's a really really top lad, who is a big friend of the channel. Dom has been on there on the stream with Josh many times, so I'd recommend you go and see him over there. Yeah, and really before we sign out, I'll do the social media thing because that's what we do here on YouTube. Of course, I've hit the wrong button, so that's good. Well done, Labe. Botch Monkey Meadows. La, 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 la. So let me just find the right banner. There it is. Please don't forget, if you got this far in the stream, just do me a quick favor and hit that like button, please. Hit the subscribe button. You can find me on X at Goonly Meads. You can find all of my illustrious team. They're all there at Goonly Meads and at Gooner Gathering. I'm just going to sign out for the evening. Thanks for joining us. Come on, you gunners. We'll see you soon.